Today on Tabletop News,
we meet with blacksmith and dice maker to the stars Gil Ramirez to find out how he got started.
Plus some new games coming out, one from the basis of the 70s band The Runaways, and another to help you learn Scottish Gaelic.
And Candela Obscura has a new cast and a new online companion.
All that and more on your official stop for all things tabletop. I'm Joseph Johnson.
And I'm Xander Janere.
And this is Tabletop News.
Let's roll!
Have you ever wanted to play Dungeons & Dragons in a castle?
I recommend it. It's a lot of fun. And since 2022, D&D in a castle has been an ultimate Dungeons & Dragons experience in the UK. For us North Americans, this was quite the trek.
Until now. Adventure Zone podcaster and gaming maverick Travis McElroy is here to the rescue. Announced on his Instagram, Travis has shared that he will be hosting AdventureQuest, a weekend-long gaming event where guests can play with the greats of tabletop gaming in real-life castle here in the US.
The original British experience offers tickets around $1,000 price point and takes place in the historic Lumley Castle in northern England. When not gaming, guests can attend workshops and panels and enjoy a customizable stay that will leave them eager for the next adventure.
While tickets still cost players a similar amount to D&D in the castle, AdventureQuest is being hosted on the grounds of Ravenwood Castle in the breathtaking forest of Hocking Hills, Ohio.
Ah, so this means we won't have to fly across the pond.
No, I think you can actually just drive to Ohio.
AdventureQuest will be happening in May 2024, and cast will include Christina Ariel, Paul Foxcroft, Ifi Nwadwe, and Sandeep Parikh. Check out their website at theadventure.quest for even more info. Continuing our adventure talk, let's get into an exciting new tool to use in your next campaign.
Candela Obscura, the fresh horror TTRPG, is just about to debut its newest chapter in the Critical Role actual play.
They announced their Season 3 cast, led by GM Abria Iyengar, debuting November 30th, but that's not all that's new.
In partnership with Demiplane, Darrington Press has launched the Candela Obscura Nexus, a digital companion which allows players to track their gameplay.
The Nexus launched alongside the physical release of the TTRPG's core rulebook on November 14th.
The Nexus's Quick Start Guide will allow players to freely create their characters and interactively explore the compendium with tooltips, delve into the game mechanics, and more.
For a one-time purchase of $29.99 on the Demiplane app, players can receive the full Candela Obscura experience featuring character sheets, an intuitive creation process, and the full gamut of the game system and more.
See the Demiplane app for more info on Candela Obscura.
Hey Joe, did you know there are still blacksmiths around?
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, I mean, we talked to one. In this week's Creators Corner, we caught up with Gil Ramirez, a blacksmith in Orange County made famous for his metal dice, often rolled by none other than Critical Role. Today's Creators Corner is brought to you by Found Familiar, a fantasy-themed coffee company delivering directly to your door. Try their most decadent roast yet, Sanguine, a vampire-themed blend with notes of dark chocolate cake and blackberry wine. Use promo code TABLETOPNEWS at foundfamiliar.com to order yours today.
My name is Gil Ramirez. I am known as Gil the Vlogsmith, and I'm a blacksmith here in Orange County. At a very early age, I was watching movies as you do, and scenes like in Conan where they're dipping the sword into the snow. I wanted to know, is that really a thing? Do people still make that? I thought that'd be a really cool career to go into. At the age of 13, I decided to make a dagger, having no equipment, no proper training, not even a fire. In college, I took a metal forming and techniques class that dealt with copper and brass and eventually silver to gold, making rings and jewelry and stuff like that. But I found in the back of the classroom there was a forge that could probably be used to make steel items and such. I asked my instructor and he said, yeah, sure, just don't make any knives. So the first thing I made was a knife. My instructor said, I'll tell you what, I know a blacksmith down in Laguna Beach. He is a master bladesmith. Why don't you just take an apprenticeship with him? 3 years of that, and eventually I now have my own shop and I'm able to do other things with that. Larger things like chandeliers, candelabras, fences and doors and stuff like that. Back in the early internet, I decided to start a vlog on blacksmithing, and one of my videos had me working on a 20-sided die. 3 years later, it blew up. Places were picking it up, writing stories about it. So at the end of 2018, I decided to have a Kickstarter for my dice. I had different metals available from copper, brass, titanium even, silver. Now I'm fulfilling the orders from the Kickstarter and selling them also on Etsy. And I'm able to basically make these dice now weekly with the help of my assistant. You know, now that I think about it, I have yet to make the sword that I saw in Conan the Barbarian. I feel like that's a good, final project for me to just, come full circle. of the dream that I had way back when as a child. So if you guys love any kind of nerd-centric stuff, swords, be it knives, armor, dice in general, you can find me at Gil the Vlogsmith pretty much everywhere except Twitter.
If after all that talk of metal, you're looking for a game that rocks, turn the dial to 11 and listen up. Jackie Fox, former bassist of the 70s all-girl teenage rock band The Runaways, is developing a brand new board game all about becoming a rock star.
Jackie Fox has always been more than just a musician. She joined the band at the age of 16 after dropping out of her math program at UCLA. After music, she went on to study Italian, linguistics, and computing, and then went on to Harvard, where she was a classmate of Barack Obama.
What?
Now she's creating her own board game. Slow down, Jackie.
Rock.
Jeez. Save some for the rest of us.
Rock Hard 1977 puts players in the shoes of an up-and-coming musician. The players work together as a band, writing songs, playing gigs, and signing record deals in their bid to make it big. It's played over a maximum of 9 rounds, each representing a typical day of 1 month in 1977.
Of course, the reputation of your musician is just as important as your chops, and you'll have to make a splash at the after parties without overindulging in your vices. Joe, what's your favorite vice to overindulge in the wild tabletop news after parties?
Wait, they're wild tabletop news after parties?
No. Rock Hard 1977 is slated for release at GenCon 2024.
I'm gonna need you to tell me about them parties.
I'll invite you to the WhatsApp.
Yeah. From music to language, our next story takes us all the way to Scotland, where tabletop gaming is helping Scottish Gaelic culture thrive.
Untie Cayley, a nonprofit dedicated to keeping Gaelic culture alive, regularly hosts events such as game nights, where they encourage the use of the traditional Scottish Gaelic language. They are now in partnership with Tinderbox Games and Hasbro to release a Scottish Gaelic version of the classic board game, Scrabble.
A study published in the Journal of English Linguistics, Literature, and Education found a positive impact Scrabble had on learning new languages. Scottish Gaelic has an estimated 50,000 native speakers, and the nonprofit hopes that this game will build and support interest in Scottish Gaelic cultural heritage.
Immediately following the December 1st release of Scottish Gaelic Scrabble, the organization will host the first World Championship of the game on December 2nd.
This game is available for pre-order now. If you ever find yourself in Stornoway, Scotland, you can visit the Cultural Center and play a game of it with staff and other visitors who are happy to teach you. Xander, what's your secret game-changing word in Scrabble?
Oh, if it all lines up, something like quiz with a triple word score.
I meant Scottish Gaelic Scrabble.
Oh, well, I'm going to save that for the World Championship. Thank you very much.
All right, fine. Keep your secrets. That's cool. Now it's time to take a look at some of the best moments from your favorite stream games in this week's Fantasy 4.
Today's Fantasy 4 is brought to you by Owlbear Rodeo, whose robust tools make it easy to bring your game online. Add maps, tokens, and invite players for free at owlbear.rodeo. And if you decide to upgrade, use the code TTN for 10% off. Welcome to Fantasy 4. I'm Jewel Kiernan, and today I'll be your strong, heroic party leader as we brave the internet to find our 4 favorite moments from actual play shows. Quickly, this way, to our first clip from JesTheHuman's one-off for Palestinian relief. In this clip, the crew and a knight are at odds, with only one way to solve it.
And you haven't pooted once, so I don't even think you really want it.
At that, he sort of looks at you for a second and then leans over on sort of one cheek, and you hear this very loud.
Are you trying to get into a poot war with a band of pooters?
I think there should be more pooting in fantasy, especially high fantasy, like one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness. Now follow me to Chaos in Cahokia on Hero Forge. Using the Coyote and Crow system, we head to a world where North America was never colonized. Our heroes are trying to save a wedding, and they have a big decision to make.
There will be fun, but you will not find Hata by going to the beach. All your other clues have potential to lead to Hata's location.
Okay, so we have 2 choices. One is the beach with fun, and the other is danger.
I was also given this choice long ago, and that's how I ended up here. I'll let you guess at which one I chose. Yeah. Choosing danger does not lead you to hosting tabletop YouTube gaming shows. You have to choose fun. This journey is long and full of fun videos. Can we make it? I believe in us. Our third video comes from RPGeeks playing Kids on Bikes, where they show us the power of just a little bit of prop work.
Brent, take this orange.
But perfect.
That'll help.
It'd be so cool if Ali had an orange right now and he just went,
I reach out and grab a giant jar of Nutella. That'd be... That'd be cool. Well, Nutella would have hurt a lot more, so. Moving right along, we made it to our final clip of the day. This Tuesday was the premiere of Desiquest, and in hearing about their characters, we learn about a fun organization that bears a striking resemblance to something we have in our own world.
We're healers. We were part of a program, Healers Without Borders.
I thought it was Clerics Without Countries.
Yeah, okay, listen. Potato, tomato, right?
I would love to support Clerics Without Countries, but I already donate all my money to the Wizard Wildlife Fund. It's this wonderful program that helps young wizards learn Find Familiar. I am so generous. And those are your Fantasy 4 Plays of the Week. Do you want to see your favorite AP clips on the show? Then send them to us. Send them on our website, drop them in the Discord, or tag us on social media.
Next is a segment where we check in to see what our hosts think about some fresh gaming news. That's right, no writers here. They're trusting just us.
Oh no.
Yep, it's time for coffee break. Whoa!
This week we're talking about the announcement of an Attack on Titan Universes trading card game coming in 2024 from UVS Games. Now, Joe, I know you're a big trading card game guy, especially Magic the Gathering.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any sort of Magic mechanics that would lend itself well to an Attack on Titan game?
Yes. Actually, there's like a few keywords. I think the Titans kind of resemble the Eldrazi in Magic the Gathering. So you'll have like Annihilator and like Trample. I think that, exactly, like Haste. All the scouts will have Haste. Maybe some evasion to get around the Titans.
Swinging through the city or the forest or wherever it is.
I mean, that would be so cool, especially if it's like a one-on-one duel.
Sure.
Maybe like the Titans can like flip over and transform. That's another mechanic in Magic.
Yeah.
So like, you have
Spoilers.
Aaron turning into the, Attack Titan.
Oh, it sounds really cool.
So what's an IP that will get you to play any trading card game, no matter what the difficulty?
I mean, I have to say Power Rangers.
Ooh,
it's a given.
Let's go.
But if we're keeping within like the anime territory, Shingeki no Kyojin, Attack on Titan, a good, there's a lot of tactics to that.
Yes.
But I would love to see something from old school like Bleach. Or Yu Yu Hakusho is coming out with a new like live action series, so it'd be cool to like tie that in. But I'm a huge like Naruto, Boruto fan.
Yes.
Anything from like the Shonen Jump lends itself to magic power-ups.
One Piece.
One Piece, exactly. I believe they did a My Hero Academia version of it too.
Nice.
Even the modern stuff, Jujutsu Kaisen, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, all of these lend themselves. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose,
right?
To create these beautiful little pieces of art that then become a game, and then challenging each other. And the best is when you get to blend them all together, which is what they're doing here. And that was Coffee Break. See, Michelle, aren't you glad you trusted us? It wasn't so bad. Let us know in the comments what topics you'd like to hear our hosts talk about. You've heard our thoughts, now let's hear from you. That's right, it's time for News from Your Table, where we share the news from your games. Thanks to Ravensburger for sponsoring News from Your Table. Looking for your next favorite party game to add some absurdity to the holidays? Check out Ravensburger's That's Not a Hat, a bluffing/memory game about regifting faux pas. This week's News from Your Table comes to us from Alex Kubacki. When he started this campaign 6 years ago, it was everyone's first time playing D&D. Nearing the end of their playthrough of Rise of Tiamat, they entered the cave where the dragon cultists were starting their ritual to summon Tiamat to Faerun. The cult leader was secure behind a barrier and they were stumped. Until their fighter/ranger Val had a brilliant idea: ethereal step through it! On his way through the ethereal plane, he placed his immovable rod right where the cult leader's head was. When he returned to the material plane, the rod lobotomized the villain, killing him and stopping the ritual.
Oh, that's gruesome, but that's the kind of creative problem solving that makes role-playing so great.
Oh, then the team took care of the rest of the cultists so easily and then breathed a sigh of relief.
Whew, sounds like that party was pretty powerful, man.
But suddenly the portal reopened and out came the head of the Queen of Dragons, Tiamat. Ah!
Okay, you need to warn me before you start yelling and grabbing like that.
That's true. I'm sorry.
Give me a heads up.
My bad.
Yeah.
Tiamat was pulling herself into Faerun, her evil presence filling everyone with fear. With a nat 20 to their save against fear, their paladin/sorcerer Astrid was the only one in position to fight the dragon off. She fought valiantly until she was knocked unconscious.
Oh no! Astrid!
Things looked bleak until their cleric Vamule called upon Bahamut, using his first and only divine intervention to heal everyone and restore Astrid to full health. The battle took everything the team had. After 6 years of playing and learning together, and a DM who would never give up on them, the heroes were able to beat their first major D&D campaign. And that's news for your table.
Whoa. We're moving on? I need a moment.
Yeah, we gotta wrap this.
Yeah, okay.
That's it for the news this week. Thanks for watching Tabletop News, your official stop for all things tabletop.
Catch new episodes of Tabletop News Thursdays on YouTube. Don't forget to ring that bell, like, and subscribe.
Let us know in the comments which story was your favorite this week, and let us know what you want to see on the show. I'm Xander.
And I'm Joseph.
See you next week.